Hey guys, it's Vlog Every Day in May, day 24. We have 7 days left of Vlog Every Day in May. Today I'm going to be making some red velvet cake. First step, you need 2 cups of flour. I'm using cake flour instead of regular flour because cake flour just tastes better. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of vegetable oil, 2 eggs, 1 cup of buttermilk. Once again, if you use 1 cup of 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of vinegar to make buttermilk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You also need 1 more teaspoon of vinegar, and then you're going to end up needing a half a cup of hot coffee. I'm using a K-cup, a Keurig cup. I'm going to brew it, and then I'm going to have half a cup of coffee when we need it. And 1 to 2 ounces of food coloring. You can use red. I'm using blue today, and this is about half an ounce of blue. You can use 2 of these to make a really deep blue color, but this is all I have, so this is all we're using. So right now we're going to mix these ingredients right here. The baking soda, salt, baking powder, and cocoa powder. Oh, and don't forget the flour also. So measure that out. The only difference between this and regular flour is this one has riboflavin. Yeah. So you don't need to go out and buy cake flour. 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I have my teaspoon and my baking soda right here. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There's that. 1 teaspoon of salt. Alright, there we go. There is the salt. So now you need the 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. 1 and 2. So now you need 2 cups of sugar. You can use less if you want to make it less sweet, but I'm going to go by what the recipe calls for. Alright, that's good. 2 cups of sugar. Now you can mix these together with any type of whisk. Okay, and 1 cup of vegetable oil. I'm going to use my wet cup for that one. Mix that in. So what we were supposed to do is mix the oil and the sugar together, but I somehow managed to forget that, so it's mixed now. So just mix this until it's like pasty. Then you add the 2 eggs. 1. Just mix that in there. So next we're going to make buttermilk. One more time, buttermilk is 1 cup of milk to 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Okay, pour it in. So you're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract next. 2. So for this next step, we're gonna add the food coloring to it. Just make sure that what you're using doesn't get stained, because food coloring will stain if you use like a white bowl. So just pour it all in there. Usually about 50 drops is good if you want to make a cake blue, but again, I'm using all of it. So next you're going to want to go ahead and brew some of that coffee. It's going to be half a cup of coffee. So right now I have everything in the K-cup Keurig machine right here. So I'm going to brew it. Okay, so while the coffee is brewing, you're going to want to grease and flour the pans. Alright, so good. So we just greased and floured the pans that we're going to be pouring that into. You need 2 pans. Make sure your oven's set to 325. You're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes to 50 minutes. Always checking on it to make sure it doesn't overcook. Next, you're going to want to pour the batter into the pan. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Okay, and there they are, the 2 blue velvet cakes. I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the oven for 30 minutes at 325. Just to double check, make sure everything went out. Oh crap. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do after I already poured them was to add the coffee and the 1 teaspoon of vinegar. So right now I just mixed that together. It's all in here. And I'm just going to re-pour it back into my pans. They've already been greased and everything, so it should be okay to go. Alright, so now you put the cakes in the oven set at 425 for 50 minutes. Just make sure you check on it by putting like a toothpick or a fork in. Make sure it comes out smoothly. When it does, then you know the cake's done. Alright guys, so the cake is done. Right now I have one of them on top of this pan of wax paper. It's cooling off. They're still both cooling off. We'll put this cake on top of that one. I'm going to frost it, and they're both going to taste pretty good. So tomorrow will probably be the video of the party and the reveal of the cake to Adorian. So I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Alright, bye.